Hello everyone, I'm going to present on dynamics of culture. What are dynamics of culture? The term refers to the forces or processes that cause cultural change, to adapt, to change, and to develop over time. Culture is not a static, but it is a living, flexible, and adaptive and interactive. So every society experiences cultural change. Why does cultural change? What causes cultural change? There are major causes of cultural change, such as new ideas, new innovations, technology, education, migration. And when cultures encounter religious influences and contact with other cultures, cultural change is become because of these causes, and human societies continually encounter new situations. According to Luspedak, the author of the book that I read for this report, according to the author, missionaries become agents of cultural change because Christianity influences values, beliefs, and behavior. Conversation is not merely accepting doctrines, but it involves new values, new priorities, and new patterns of life. In the light of the scripture, according to the Bible, as we can see in Philippians chapter 2, Jesus adapted himself to human culture. He came to a human world, study and understand human culture, and communicate the truth in culturally meaningful way. Now the topic is effective communication requires cultural understanding. Messages are interpreted through cultural lenses. Therefore, using familiar illustrations, understanding local values, and respect their cultures are very important in communicating from the known to unknown, especially in missionary, in sharing the gospel. Social action must be culturally relevant. The author Luspedak argues that effective social action requires understanding local culture and adjusting approaches to local values. What are the practical applications of ministries? In practical ministry, study the local culture is required, and learning their language and respect their traditions are also required and important. In addition, by studying, preserve the good one, and then communicate with humility is required in practical application for the ministry. For conclusion, for the dynamics of culture, culture is dynamic and constantly change. Christianity influences culture, and effective ministry requires cultural understanding, and communication and social action must be culturally relevant. The goal is not cultural destruction but gospel transformation. The gospel changes people, and change people influence culture. Let's go to our next topic. Popular culture. What is popular culture? According to the author Gordon Lynch, popular culture can be understood as the shared environment, practices, and resources of everyday life. Popular culture refers to common activities and entertainment, beliefs, symbols, and practices that are widely shared and experienced in daily life. There are three major views of popular culture: high culture, such as classic music, fine arts and literature, folk culture such as traditional costume, local stories, and community practices. Then, why study popular culture? Because popular culture shapes everyday life. People spend that are in our environment that influence us, and then such as nowadays phones, media, or advertisement, music, social networks influence and then change our culture. To understand the people today or nowadays, we must understand their culture. And next topic is, why should theologians study popular culture? The author Lynch argues that theologians study popular culture because it affects beliefs and values. It influences identity formation, and it provides opportunities for theological reflection. And why should Christians study popular culture? To understand the world we minister to. In Acts chapter 17, as we already know, Paul knew the culture of Athens before preaching. Likewise, Christians also should understand the culture and the cultural messages and engage with culture wisely and communicate the gospel effectively. I want to use the familiar Bible verse, Romans 12, verse 2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. Test everything, hold fast what is good. In conclusion, popular culture is the environment of everyday life, a power influence on beliefs and values, an important field for theology and ministry. Studying popular culture helps Christians understand the society, discern cultural messages, and communicate the gospel effectively, and engage the world with biblical wisdom. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.